Yes, Jeff, there certainly is an experimental look about this Kiwi side for today's match. Tony Kemp, normally a centre, plays at fullback. Darryl Williams, who's normally a fullback, he moves into the centres to join Dave Watson. And in the forwards, Mike Kiwis, after an excellent game against Hull, he gets a run in the second row. And look also for a new man, Dave Ewe, just arrived from Wellington on Thursday to join the touring party. Well, the Widnes side is a who's who of rugby league here in Britain, but look especially in the front row for the New Zealander Joe Grimmer. Strong performance from him this afternoon. He could well make the Kiwi test team for the third test at Wigan next Saturday. OK, then let's have a look at the highlights of the match between Widnes and the Kiwis. Jonathan Davis to get this game underway here at Norton Park, and this will be a toughie for the Kiwis. This is their 10th game on tour as Tony Kemp brings it up to the quarter line. Kemp being pushed to the fullback position for this match. Here comes Hugh McGann trying to get past Kurt Sorensen. A number of Kiwi players in this Widnes squad. Of course, Amosi Kalotto not playing today, but Joe Grimmer and Kurt Sorensen in the forward pack. Marlow goes to play it, and the Kiwis have the first penalty. Mr. Crashley, the referee from Wakefield, gives the Kiwis an early penalty. So Hugh McGann to stick for the touchline. It's a beautifully fine day, big crowd, and the Kiwis looking for a good performance this afternoon with the third and deciding test just 6 days away. As Wayne Mann puts it on the mark, and up goes Mercer, flicks it up to Freeman. Here comes McGann. McGann gets away from Curia, which is not unusual because Curia hardly ever makes any tackles. Here's a man now, runs it up to Todd. Good strong run by Brent Todd. So the Kiwis on attack now inside the quarter. Man again away to Freeman, very much the playmaker. Here's Mike Kawiti releasing it up to Kemp. And Kemp is grounded about 18 metres out. Here's Freeman again. Sam Stewart having his first run and charging for the gap and not quite able to find Desini Faimalo, who is running alongside him there. Good start here by the Kiwis. They've started strongly. Now Freeman out to Shelford. Little kick through by Shelford. And Tate is covering. He's the Great Britain fullback, of course, in the first test, not available for the second. And it's still 0-0 after a couple of minutes. Sam Stewart, tackled by Stuart Pike. One man, here's Freeman, up to McGann, looks for Freeman again, almost intercepted. The Kiwis have numbers out here. Here's Dave Watson. Kemp again, Shelford, he's got support but he just couldn't release it inside. Mike Kawiti was there, Kiwis worked the blind side. Here's Kemp, spinning it again, Watson. And I think they've knocked it on. So the Kiwis let an opportunity slip there after some excellent work down the right wing side. Now Tate. Up to McKenzie. Widnes trapped 15 metres out from their own line here. McKenzie to play it to Phil Hume. Here's Kurt Sorensen having his first run, and he got a little half gap. Quickly out to Kebby. Coming up towards Kemp. Got support in field from Tate, chased by Freeman, but Tate's going to score an excellent try. Well, it started way back where Kurt Sorensen made a bit of a break and came 3 on the right for Kebby, and he had a long run to do, and it was Tate who took the impasse, and despite Gary Freeman's valiant attempt, Tate managed to make it to the corner to score a very good try. Now Freeman whips it away to Shelford. Well picked up by Shelford. Out to Kemp, who's been into the back line and running strongly so far. And this time he's dumped to the ground by Curia. Tony Kemp's made quite an impression so far. Here's Dave Ewe, the big strong man that he is. Took it up well for Mann. Now here's Freeman, up to Sam Stewart, back to Freeman. Here's Shelford. Here's Darryl Williams, out to Dave Watson, looking in field from McGann. Whips it up nicely for Faimalo, and Faimalo goes and gets the try. What a good try for the Kiwis. Lovely teamwork by the Kiwis. It went through a number of hands, before it was back in field to McGann, and McGann found Faimalo with the last pass, and he brushed away a couple of tackles to score the Kiwis' first try. Now Kelly Shelford attempting to convert the try scored by Faimalo, and yes, he's got it. So the Kiwis are in front now by 6 points to 4. 6 points to 4 after 13 minutes. Tapped up to Gary Mercer, quickly flicked it to Freeman. The long one across to Stewart. Decides to straighten it up, Stewart. McGann goes in. Now Freeman again. Here's Faimalo. Takes a few to put him down. Wayne Mann wants it played fairly quickly. Now there's Freeman. Away it goes to Shelford. Here's Dave Watson in. Watson still in. Flicked it up nicely to Kemp. And Kemp, did he get it down? No, he didn't. Kemp almost in at the corner. And the Kiwis really pressing hard here. Kiwis lead by 6 points to 4. Here's Pike again. Trying to straighten it up. Kiwis been high. They knew that he was trying to offload the Sorensen. And the ball's been taken away by Dwayne Mann. So the Kiwis back in possession. Faimalo. Here's Darryl Williams. It's all a bit slow motion at the moment. So now Hugh McGann. Here's Freeman. Oh, ball's lost behind and been taken. Here's a chance. Hume. David Hume. The Kiwis have done most of the attacking, but they've conceded 2 tries now, and they lost the ball there in the tackle, and David Hume, lovely little feint to the right. The Kiwis brought the dummy, and the Great Britain halfback scores Widnes' second try. Here's forward Joe Grimmer. He's been closely marked by the Kiwis so far in this match. Oh, hello. Somebody's been fouled. Someone's gone down. It was Joe Grimmer, I think. Grimmer is number 8. Here's Shelford. That's for Darryl Williams. Williams looking for Dave Ewe. Darryl Williams through. And he's just grabbed by a Courier, I think it was. And hello, there's a bit of a fight on here. John Devereaux. And they're having a real go here. Devereaux and Williams. A real go. Devereaux's only been on the field a couple of minutes. And something happened that caused that to ignite. And it really did. So both players are heading to the touchline. That is the upshot of it all. John Devereaux and Darryl Williams are having a little rest. So John Devereaux's spell on the field didn't last long. 8 points to 6. There it is to David Hume. Out to Courier. Oh, he got away too. Here's Tate again. David Hume. Tate again. Hooks it back beautifully to McKenzie. And it's been knocked on. Yes, it is a try. O'Neill got the try. There was no knock on, said the referee. Must have hit the knee. And Widnes score a very good try indeed. Well, they managed to keep the ball alive. And it was a nice straight run by McKenzie. He fired it over the top. And it appears to hit the knee of McKenzie. And the referee awards the try. Jonathan Davis with the conversion, and he makes it this time. And with about 4 minutes to go till half-time, Widnes, having scored 3 tries to 1, lead by 14 to 6. Shelford calling them out right. Kiwiti there. Good tackle that time by Davis. Chased his man. Now McGann. Out to Shelford. Quickly out to Ewe. Ewe. He's running impressively too, and he's managed to keep it alive for Dwayne Mann. Now there's no one else here. Dwayne Mann very much isolated, but the Kiwis running it up from their own goal line. Now Kiwiti. Quickly into Freeman. Freeman looking out to the right. Got it to McGann. Back to Freeman. Pops it out to Kiwiti. Kiwiti still has it. Trying to get his arms free. Got it away to Mann. Here's Sam Stewart. He gave it to Shelford. Still a chance here for the Kiwis. Out to Mercer. Mercer trying to take on Tate. Oh, easily. Absolutely did him like a dinner. and Gary Mercer scores a lovely try. The Kiwis running that right out from their own goal line. Well, it was all down to Gary Mercer against Alan Tate. He's the man who could be in the third test, and look at this. Mercer just leaves them for dead, and Mercer scores the try. Dave Ewie taking over the goal-kicking duties from Kelly Shelford from a handy position, and yes, he's put it through. So Dave Ewie has his first points for New Zealand, and just on half-time, Widnes ahead by 14 points. About to get underway, and Paul Moriarty, another former Welsh Rugby Union international, is on the field. And so there are any number of former rugby players in this Widnes team. John Devereux still not on the field, so both sides playing with 12 men at the moment, just seeing out their final few minutes before they get back on the field. But Paul Moriarty, here he is, the big tall blonde fellow. So Kebby, O'Fire, Davis, Moriarty, Devereux, all former rugby union players. There's Joe Grimmer. He did a few good things in the first half, but didn't endear himself with the referee with a headbutt on Gary Freeman. 14 points to 12, Widnes leading. That was the half-time score. Back to Davis. Here he goes again with a kick. Once again, he kicked it straight down to Kemp, who's read it particularly well, and away goes Kemp on another run. He'll be looking to run straight at Curia. Once again, he's scragged round the neck. Here's Todd. Todd turns it back at Freeman. Gary Freeman sprinting, takes after him, and Freeman flicks it, or can't flick it back inside to Mercer. And what a good run by Gary Freeman. And he just couldn't get the pass back in the field to Gary Mercer. So McGann plays it to Faimalo. Faimalo pushing his way through, whipped it up to Mercer. Mercer can't get his pass away though. Well, another good strong run by Asini Faimalo. Here's Mann up to Freeman. Stewart, Kiwis. Kiwis gets inside and back to Stewart. Stewart heading for the line, and Sam Stewart has got a try. Sam Stewart got through and got the try after the good impasse from Mike Kiwis, and Sam Stewart had a couple of men to beat, but he beat him, and the Kiwis back in front. Now Freeman, Todd, Faimalo there with him, gets through, Mann, and Mann not able to give it away, but the Kiwis still have a chance here. Here comes Sam Stewart, looking for a gap up to Hugh McGann. McGann turns and looks to feed it off. Now here's Wayne Mann again, quickly away to Kiwis. Mike Kiwis manages to get it away. Mercer pops it up to Ewie, Dave Ewie. And hello, the touch judge is on the field as Dave Ewie carries it on and then loses the ball. But the touch judge is on the field, and he's got to report to the referee about something. Kelly Shelford has the kicking duties back, and he's landed the goal too. And so the Kiwis now have a 4-point advantage, and they lead by 18 to 14, 19 minutes gone in the second half. Davis with the restart once again, down towards Tony Kemp. Kemp looking for Mercer. Mercer, who's been so strong again today, takes on some of the Widnes players if he possibly can. He didn't get through on that occasion. Man up to Kiwis. Kiwis gets away. Good run from Mike Kiwis. Good charging burst of 5 or 6 metres. Up now for Faimalo, and away he goes again. Asini Faimalo. Now he's looking in field for his support. Here's Tony Kemp. Kemp's going for the line, chased by Davis. Can he get the pass away? Tries to flick it away to Watson, and what a good try for Dave Watson. Magnificent from the Kiwis. All set up by the big burst from Faimalo. Freeman was there, then Kemp, and when he was taken, the long pass across it bounced, but Watson got the try. Kelly Shelford attempting another conversion, and he's got another one, so the Kiwis building up a handy advantage here. 24 points to 14 they lead. Now Curia again. Jonathan Davis. And yes, a penalty against Brent Todd. Not sure how he's supposed to get out of the road of that, but anyway, that's the way what the referee said. So Curia up to Grimmer. And Sorensen took the pass and was immediately dumped to the ground. So Widnes putting a bit of pressure on here. Here's Paul Hume up to O'Neill. He tries to flick it to Hume again. Sorensen, play on, says the referee. Here's Curia out to Kebby, and Kebby's in. Well, Widnes put the pressure on there. They kept the ball alive, and it finally got across to Brimmer Kebby on the right wing side, and he's got plenty of pace, and he just got in at the corner to make it 24-18 out of the Kiwis. Here comes Todd. Another good run by Todd. Makes another 10 metres. Now Todd. Up to Marlow. He gets through a couple. Takes a bit of putting down. Look at this. Through 4 or 5 of them before they finally got rid of him. So Dwayne Mann now. Here comes Francis Leota. He's the next runner. Able to stand in the tackle. Gave it away to Freeman. Whips it across to Darryl Williams. Williams spots a gap and goes through it, and is finally chased and taken by Jonathan Davis. Darryl Williams adding a little bit of sparkle in the centre. Here's Sam Stewart charging hard and straight. Then up to Todd. He's in possession. Just about 5 minutes left in the game. Here's a long drop kick from Kelly Shelford. And what a kick. What an excellent kick by Kelly Shelford. And that gives the Kiwis a bit of a leeway. And Kelly Shelford from a long way out, 45 metres, has dropped the goal. Here's Kurt Sherlock bringing it up now. Kiwis with a 7-point advantage, 25 points to 18. Sherlock plays it to Mann. Mann slipping away from a couple. Oh, he's got away from a few more, and he's in the clear now. Dwayne Mann, has he got the support? Gary Freeman's in field. He's still looking. He's got it from Williams, and the pass has gone astray. Well, Dwayne Mann just couldn't find his supporting players after making a marvellous break. Quickly taken by Widnes. McKidney out to Tate. Chased by Freeman. Curia fell into the hands of McKenzie. And desperate tackling again by Gary Freeman. So Widnes now with just 4 minutes left. The Kiwis have a 7-point break. Here's O'Fire. Hasn't had many chances today. Managed to free it and gave it straight to Dwayne Mann. Gratefully received, thank you. Here's Dwayne Mann. By Marlow. Away he goes. Having all sorts of trouble tackling him today. He's had a marvellous game. 25 points to 18. This is the sort of game the Kiwis wanted to play, and they have really turned it on here today against the World Club champions. And again, here's Todd coming again. He keeps coming. He's had a strong game today, Brent Todd. Now Freeman. Back to him again. He wants to have a drop kick this time, and he does. So that's another drop kick. And the Kiwis do it again. Hugh McGann's delighted. A second drop kick, and it's 26 to 18. Well, what an encouraging performance by the Kiwis. 26 points to 18 over the World Club champions Widnes. With me is a man who I'm sure would have liked to have played today, but he didn't. Amosi Kaloto, still recovering from an injury. What's the extent of that injury at the moment, Amosi?
I've had a scan X-ray last Friday night, and I'm getting the results next Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be able to play again in maybe 3 or 4 weeks' time.
Where's the problem?
I've got a trapped nerve in my neck, and it's affecting my right side of my body, and the coordination's not there. I wasn't there for the last 4 weeks, but it seems to be progressing very well. So.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Now, today's game, the Kiwis against Widnes, quite an impressive performance, do you think, by the Kiwis?
Yes, definitely. The same performance as their first test. They were hungry for the balls. They didn't make any silly mistakes, and they scored a point.
Widnes, on the other hand, a bit disappointing, do you think?
Yes, the forwards didn't seem to play that well. They didn't break through the line. The tackles were very poor. And they didn't play their own game, which is passing the balls around, and they try to take one man up, which is not their game at all.
Now, just briefly, your long-term ambitions. Would you like to play for the Kiwis one day?
Yes, definitely. After coming back to New Zealand last May, I was a bit disappointed with the treatment I had, and I was determined to get back into it and prove them wrong, but things were going well until I got this injury.
Moshe Colado, thanks very much for those comments. So the Kiwis winning here today at Widnes by 26 points.